I still remember that old red barn where you'd laugh and chase the evening sun. Your dress was dancing through the dust and hay, back when love felt simple every day.
I held your hand by the lantern glow, thinking forever was all we'd ever know. But seasons change like a restless wind, and the cracks showed up where we'd once begin.
We tried to hold on, tried to stay true, but the boards kept breaking between me and you. And the barn door closed on us tonight, with the memories trapped in fading light. All the vows we whispered, all the dreams we spun, fell quiet like the fields when the day is done. We stood there crying, but we didn't fight, as the barn door closed on us tonight.
Your shadow lingering in my broken dreams. I sweep the floor, but the dust don't fade, just like the love that we never saved.
I walk away, but my heart stays still, somewhere between the barn and the distant hill. I know we tried, but we lost our flame, and now we're just two hearts without a name.
We held on tight, but time had its cost, and somewhere gently our forever got lost.
And the barn door closed on us tonight, with the memories trapped in fading light. All the vows we whispered, all the dreams we spun, fell quiet like the fields when the day is done. We stood there crying, but we didn't fight, as the barn door closed on us tonight.
If I could turn back, I'd choose you again.
If love could rise like the harvest wind,
but some doors close no matter how we pray, and some hearts break in the softest way.
yes, the barn door closed on us tonight, leaving footprints fading in the pale moonlight. We loved so deeply, but we let it fall like an old barn leaning through the season's call. No last embrace, no one to blame, just the barn door closed and on our name. These city streets are loud tonight, but all I hear is your sweet tone. Taxi lights and strangers' eyes still make me feel I'm all alone. I left our quiet porch behind to chase a dream that felt so wide, but every step on concrete roads reminds me what I left outside.
Back home, the old pine door still creaks. Your boots are waiting by the wall just in case you choose to call. The kids still ask about your day. I smile though tears begin to rise, and tell them Daddy's working hard but misses them with aching pride.
Lonely streets of the city, warm smiles back home. Two different worlds that tear at our hearts. You walk through crowds while I sleep alone, but love still bridges the miles we're apart. No matter where your tired feet roam, warm smiles wait when you come home. I pass the diner where musicians play, and think of nights we sang as one. Your voice was soft as autumn rain, your laughter brighter than the sun. These neon nights might earn my pay, but they don't give me what I need. For every dollar in my hand, I lose a memory in the speed.
I walk the fields at early dawn, where we once danced barefoot and free. The wind still whispers your old song and brings your spirit close to me. I light the lantern on our porch, just like you asked before you'd roam. A shining guide through darkest nights, I promise you're never alone.
Lonely streets of the city, warm smiles back home. A tug of war between dreams and devotion. You chase the lights while I guard our home. Two hearts steady through life's commotion. Though you wander far through steel and chrome, love burns bright in our home sweet home. Someday the road will bend our way and lead you back through fields of grace, where lonely nights turn into day and warm smiles shine upon your face. The lonely streets of the city, warm smiles back home. But one day soon you'll walk through our door. We'll hold you close, no more nights alone. Love's stronger than it ever was before. The miles may claim the nights you roam, but warm smiles always call you home. Saw you standing by the fence that day, sunlight dancing through your tears. Your trembling smile tried to be brave as I packed my bags and faced my fears. The village breeze blew soft and warm, but the moment cut me like a blade.
I heard your heart in every breath, in every goodbye that you gave.
I watched your shadow slip away down that dusty road we used to roam. Your boots kick memories in the air, while I stood wishing you'd stay home.
The church bells rang their mournful tune, the same that played when love first bloomed.
And every fading step you took left silence echoing through the gloom.
Goodbyes whispered on the dusty village road still linger like the last light of the setting sun. Two hearts breaking where the wildflowers grow, love lost before we knew the damage done. Though time may heal the weight we hold, goodbye still whisper on that dusty village road. I reached the town where dreams are loud, but none could drown your gentle voice. I thought the world would set me free, instead it left me with no choice. To turn around in late night rain and chase the life I left behind. But every mile back to our home reminds me of the ties that bind.
I keep your hat upon the chair, just where you tossed it long ago. The scent of summer in your coat still warms me when the night turns cold.
Sometimes I walk that dirt road path, hoping your footsteps will return.
I whisper prayers into the wind for the man my heart still yearns. Goodbyes whisper on the dusty village road,
Still linger like a song we never finished.
two hearts tangled in a love once bold,
Now haunted by the dreams that slowly vanished.
no matter how far we choose to go.
Goodbye still echo on that dusty village road. Maybe someday the wind will guide us back to the place where it all began,
Where whispers turn to long embraces and goodbyes fade to touch of hands. Goodbyes whispered on the dusty village road,
but hope still blooms in the fields of yesterday.
if love survives the weight of miles untold.
We'll find our way back home someday,
Where hearts once broke but never closed.
we'll rewrite our tale on that dusty village road. on this old front porch, where the evening settles slow, I rock in Mama's chair, watching soft stars glow. The boards may creak, but the memories stay strong of the life we built together, where our hearts belong.
I hear your gentle voice in every summer breeze, calling me back home from the far-off fields and seas.
This chair's been waiting for me, just like you through the years, holding all our laughter, our worries, and our tears. These rocking chair stories for the ones I hold dear, tales of love and struggle whispered soft and clear
Through the quiet of the night or the dawn drawing near,
we keep our hearts together right here, my dear.
I've rocked through storms and nights, I felt alone, till your footsteps sounded on that gravel stone.
You'd sit beside me, boots dusty from the road, telling how you carried love even with a heavy load. Now years have passed and the world has changed its song, but this porch feels steady where our souls belong.
I hold your hand gently, just like that first spring, when this chair rocked softly as we planned everything.
These rocking chair stories for the ones I hold dear, every hope and heartbreak laid open right here, from the cradle of our youth to the gray in our hair. Our love keeps on swaying in this old rocking chair. Someday our children's children will sit where we are now,
Hearing tales of country life and the love we vowed.
and this chair will whisper all the things we knew,
That the strongest homes are built by hearts true and true.
These rocking chair stories for the ones I hold dear, a lifetime of devotion carved year by year.
As the fireflies glow
And the night draws us near, I'll keep telling our stories for the ones I hold dear. There's an old white house on a gravel lane where the roof still leaks when it starts to rain. But Mama keeps the porch light burning bright for the ones she loves who roam the night. I grew up watching shadows on the wall, waiting for your footsteps footsteps down the hall. But you left town chasing bigger dreams, while I stayed here with simple things. And the porch light never fades through lonely nights and passing days. It shines like hope we used to know, like summer winds from years ago. Even though your memory strays, that porch light never fades. Your jacket still hung on the second chair, dust on the sleeves, but I leave it there. Some nights I swear I hear your name carried by the wind through the window frame. And the porch light never fades through heartbreak's cold and gentle sways. It glows for love that slipped away, but still I keep it lit each day. 'Cause deep inside my heart still prays that porch light never fades. Maybe someday you'll return when wandering feet begin to burn, and you'll see that little golden glow saying welcome home, I told you so. Yes, the porch light never fades through changing years and life's charades. It waits for you with tender grace, a beacon on this old home place. No matter how far your trail is laid, my porch light never fades.
Out where the pasture meets the sky in shades of early morn, I hear your laughter drifting soft like summer fields reborn. And every breeze that brushes by still carries where we'd been. Memories blooming gently in the pasture winds again.
I walk along the fences where we carved our names in pine. The sunlight paints the clover gold just like it did that time.
I swear I feel your heartbeat in the rustling grass within. Memories blooming softly in the pasture winds again. The memories blooming in the pasture winds, where loved ones grew and time begins. Two hearts tangled in days gone by, like wildflowers reaching for the sky. Though the seasons fade, our story spins in memories blooming in the pasture winds.
I see you in the shadows of the old red stable door.
Your cotton dress still fluttering like it did long years before. Sometimes the past won't let me go, it pulls me back within. Two memories growing stronger in the pasture winds again. I kept your faded letter where you promised you'd return. But dreams blew off like petals in a storm we couldn't turn. Still I come back to these meadows where our love had once been, for memories bloom forever in the pasture winds again. Memories blooming in the pasture winds, where love once grew and time begins. Two hearts tangled in days gone by, like wildflowers reaching for the sky. Though the seasons fade, our story spins in memories blooming in the pasture wind.
If I met you there today, would you still take my hand?
Would the wind still weave our names through every grain of sand?
Or would we watch our yesterdays drift like leaves again?
Still blooming ever bittersweet in the pasture winds. Memories blooming in the pasture winds, where heartache ends and hope begins. Though time may take what might have been, it brings us back to where we've been, forever lost, forever pinned in memories blooming in the pasture winds. I still remember that old red barn, where you laugh and chase the evening sun. Your dress was dancing through the dust and hay, back when love felt simple every day.
I held your hand by the lantern glow, thinking forever was all we'd ever know. But seasons change like a restless wind, and the cracks showed up where we'd once begun.
We tried to hold on, tried to stay true, but the boards kept breaking between me and you. And the barn door closed on us tonight, with the memories trapped in fading light. All the vows we whispered, all the dreams we spun, fell quiet like the fields when the day is done. We stood there crying, but we didn't fight, as the barn door closed on us tonight.
I hear your voice in the echoing beams, your shadow lingering in my broken dreams. I sweep the floor, but the dust don't fade, just like the love that we never saved.
I walk away, but my heart stays still, somewhere between the barn and the distant hill. I know we tried, but we lost our flame, and now we're just two hearts without a name.
We held on tight, but time had its cost, and somewhere gently our forever got lost.
And the barn door closed on us tonight, the memories trapped in fading light. All the vows we whispered, all the dreams we spun, feel quiet like the fields when the day is done. We stood there crying, we didn't fight, as the barn door closed on us tonight.
If I could turn back, I'd choose you again.
If love could rise like the harvest wind,
But some doors close, no matter how we pray.
and some hearts break in the softest way. Yes, the barn door closed on us tonight, leaving footprints faded in the pale moonlight. We loved so deeply, but we let it fall, like an old barn leaning through the season's call. No last embrace, no one to blame, just the barn door closing on our name. I kept the porch light burning, though the nights were cold and long, rocking on this old pine swing, humming our forgotten song. Neighbors said you'd never come back, that hope was fading too. But darling, I still left that little golden light for you. I wandered far from home, trying to mend a restless soul, but every sunset whispered all the love I couldn't hold. When I saw that porch light shining through the midnight blue, I knew this weary heart of mine was meant to come back home to you. That porch light waited for you. Through every storm I stumbled through, a gentle glow in the dark of night, a promise warm and soft and bright. No matter how far my footsteps flew, that porch light waited for you. I'd pour a cup of coffee just in case tonight was the night, set 2 chairs by the window where the stars were shining bright. I whispered to the heavens, bring him safely back again, and prayed that broken roads would guide your shadow home, my friend. I carried all my failures like a weight upon my back. I almost turned away, afraid you'd never want me back. But then that faithful light stood steady, like a truth I always knew. You were standing on the doorstep with a love that still felt true. That porch light waited for you. Through every storm I stumbled through, a gentle glow in the dark of night, a promise warm and soft and bright. No matter how far my footsteps flew,
heart still feels the same. I never stopped believing you'd come back through all the pain. Let's start again together under skies so wide and blue. The porch light led us homeward to a love both old and new. That porch light waited for you, a steadfast flame the whole world knew. It kept its glow when hope grew thin, a beacon calling you back in. Now here we stand with love renewed. That porch light waited for you. Maybe love still waits around the bend on the back road where our love once lived. I still remember that dusty road where I kissed you soft beneath the stars. You held my hand and whispered low, promise me you won't go too far. But the city called with neon dreams, a shining world I couldn't resist. Now every night I lie awake, wondering about the lips I miss.
I watched you board that westbound train. My tears fell quiet on the ground. You waved at me through the window glass, while my heart broke without a sound.
The farmhouse feels too big these days. The porch light burns, but you're not near. And every breeze through the meadow grass whispers your name for me to hear. City lights took you far from my arms, but they can't dim the love we made back home. Skyscrapers stole your wild young heart, while mine stayed waiting where the cornfields grow. Though miles apart, we're tied by the stars. City lights took you far from my arms.
These busy streets don't feel like home, just echoes of what I left behind. I chase my dreams but lose myself. Your memory's always on my mind.
I miss the smell of evening rain, the old wood fence, your gentle smile. If I could trade this city's glow, I'd run back home 1,000 miles. I kept your letters in a drawer, read them each night before I sleep. You say you're coming home someday, a promise
that my heart will keep. City lights took you far from my arms, but you're the song this quiet town still hums. Skyscrapers tried to pull us apart, but love beats louder than the city drums. No matter how far or how long you're gone, city lights won't outshine what we've become.
Darling, when the dawn breaks warm and true,
follow that sunrise home to me, to you. City lights took you far from my arms, but they can't take the love in our memories.
I've been walking down the back road where the dusk begins to fall, where the fireflies light memories I didn't choose at all. The porch still holds your shadow, though the years keep passing by. Just a man with broken heartbeats under endless country sky. I've been staring out the window where your boots once marked the floor, where the whisper of your leaving still drifts beneath the door. Every night I find myself asking all the quiet whys, just a girl with lonely heartbreak under wide old country skies. Broken hearts and country skies, where our love once learned to rise. Two souls tangled, torn apart, still echo in this aching heart. No matter how the dawn replies, we're still living under broken hearts and country skies. There's a quilt of faded starlight where we used to dream as one, where your laughter warmed the valley like the first touch of the sun. Now the moon just feels much colder, though it hangs so high, shining down on all the heartache in these quiet country skies. I keep walking past the cornfields where we kissed at 17, where the summer held our secrets in a golden peaceful sheen. But time can turn the sweetest love into a last goodbye. Now I wander through the memories in each silent country skies. Broken hearts and country skies, where our love once learned to rise. Two souls tangled, torn apart, still echo in this aching heart. No matter how the dawn replies, we're still living under broken hearts and country skies. If the wind carried my voice, would you answer one more time?
If I met you where we parted, would your hand still reach for mine?
Or would we find the past too heavy for the hope we tried? Still drifting like old teardrops in the open country sky. Broken hearts in country skies, where truth lives and sorrow lies. We loved too deep, we tried so hard, but time can bruise the softest heart. Still every star reminds our eyes we're forever under broken hearts in country skies. I came to this crowded city, boots still stained by home, thinking I could chase a future down these neon canyons alone. But every car horn's a reminder of the love I left undone, where the earth and dust meets country pain under the smokestack sun.
I watched you fade in highways far from fields we used to roam. Your voice grew thin like shadows on the porch we called our home.
And though the letters kept on coming, they felt colder every one, where the earth and dust meets country pain, that's where our hearts came undone. Where the earth and dust meets country pain, two hearts trying hard but losing all the same. You chased the skyline, I held the rain. Now we're torn between two worlds that whisper your name, where the earth and dust needs country pain. These streets don't feel like freedom, just a maze of empty nights. And I'd trade 1,000 bright marquees for your old porch candlelight. But I walked too far from your heartbeat, too far down the wrong refrain, to that line where earth dust meets a good girl's country pain.
I still wake to Texas sunrise, hoping that you might return. But the city's taking pieces of the man for whom I yearn.
You lost yourself in sidewalks I could never understand, where the earth and dust keep stealing all that's left of our plans. Where the love and dust meets country pain, two hearts trying hard but losing all the same. You chased the skyline, I held the rain. Now we're torn between two worlds that whisper your name, where the earth and dust meets country pain.
Maybe someday you'll remember how our small town nights felt warm before the buildings stole your shadow and the city shaped the storm. But if the train ever brings you back, I'll be standing in the grain at the edge of where your dust finally bows to country pain, where the oven dust meets country pain. Love lost its footing in the pouring rain, and though the miles keep calling like an old refrain, I'll wait where worlds collide if you find me again, where the heaven dust meets country pain.
These city lights don't shine like home. I walk these streets, but I walk alone. Your name's a whisper in the midnight air, a gentle echo saying I'm still there.
I sit by the window in our old hometown, watching the sun as it settles down. I pray you're safe in that crowded place, 'cause every night I long to see your face.
Though miles apart, our hearts remain too long in beats in the nighttime rain. These are lonely nights in a city not my own, where the streets feel cold and the truth is shown. No matter where I roam or how far I've flown, my heart keeps calling your name alone, and I'm holding on, though I'm far from home, to you, my love, in this city not my own. The cafe's closed, but the neon stays, reminding me of our sweeter days. I chase my dreams, but they fade like smoke when I remember every vow we spoke.
Your letters rest on my bedside stand, ink stained with hope from your trembling hand. I read them slow when the nights turn low, pretending your arms still feel so strong.
We fight the distance, we fight the ache for love that time could never bring. These are lonely nights in a city not my own, where the stars feel dim and the winds have blown, but across the miles our love has grown, stronger than every tear we've known. I'm dreaming of the day I come back home, from this city not my own. If I could hold you tonight once more,
I'd lock your heart like I did before,
till distance
far from that city, not my own. The city lights were flickering like memories in the rain. I walked those empty sidewalks trying to outrun all the pain. Then I saw you by the station, guitar held to your chest. A wandering soul in Chicago looking for a place to rest. You had moonlight in your footsteps, sorrow tucked behind your smile. Said you came from Oklahoma, been lonely for a while. I told you I'd been searching through bars where heartache grows, chasing love that vanished in the winds of old Chicago. Midnight tears in old Chicago, falling slow like winter snow. Two broken hearts in a city that don't know, holding on to each other where the cold winds blow. Midnight tears, but I won't cry alone. Took my trembling hands and led me past the corner band. A faded neon heartbeat glowing red across the land. I told you love once left me on a dark and distant road. Now I'm scared to open doors where memories overflow.
But darling, when you looked at me, the night felt soft and warm, like the kind of gentle mercy after living through a storm. I said we ain't got to hurry, hearts need time to grow, even here beneath the shadows of old Chicago. Midnight tears in old Chicago, falling slow like winter snow. Two broken hearts in a city that don't know, holding on to each other where the cold winds blow. Midnight tears, but I won't cry alone. Cowgirl, maybe love can find us in the strangest place tonight. Maybe hurt can fade beneath these silver city lights.
Moby Destiny's been waiting on this moment just to show midnight tears can bloom into a love we never hold. Midnight tears in old Chicago,
But now they shine,
they softly glow through every shadow, baby, now I know. Even in a city full of cold winds blow, your hand in mine
turns midnight tears
into a sunrise glow. I left this old dirt highway trying to outrun all the pain, but every mile I wander just brings me back again. The Moonlight on my windshield whispers your name soft and slow, and I swear I hear your heartbeat in the fields I used to know. I watched you fade to shadows on that long September dawn. Your boots kicked up the memories of a love already gone. But every night I'm praying, hoping fate ain't torn us apart, 'cause this porch light keeps on burning for your broken traveling heart. Homebound dreams and a shattered heart, two lonely souls still miles apart. But the wind through these old pine trees still sings of you and me. If the road leads you back, I'll play my part. Homebound dreams can heal a shattered heart.
I've crossed 1,000 cities, chased the neon in the rain, but nothing feels like sunlight on our fields of golden grain.
I'm coming back with nothing but regrets packed in my case, hoping you'll still see the man you love behind this weathered face.
I kept your flannel jacket on the hook beside the door, the one you wore that summer when you said you'd love me more.
And though you left me crying, life felt colder when you'd gone, but my heart still beats the rhythm of the love we built upon. Homebound dreams and a shattered heart, two lonely souls still miles apart. But the wind through these old pine trees still sings of you and me. If the road leads you back, I'll play my part. Homebound dreams can heal a shattered heart. I'm coming home, darling, if you'll take my hand again.
I've kept a space beside me for the place where you had been.
Maybe time can mend the pieces that we broke into, and the home we dreamed together might still lead us back to you. Homebound dreams and a shattered heart, finding their way from distant parts. Let the night fall soft and kind, let forgiveness ease our minds. If love's still here, we'll make a brand new start. Homebound dreams can heal a shattered heart.
I left our little valley on a cold September dawn, chasing dreams I thought were golden down a line that kept rolling on. But every mile grew heavier, like a promise I couldn't keep, as I rode those steel rails
miles farther from the love I couldn't keep.
I watched that old train thunder past the fields we used to roam, with your hand slipping from my fingers as you searched for something of your own.
I whispered prayers into the morning, but the wind just made them weep, while you rode those steel rails from the love you couldn't keep. Steel rails keep rolling, carrying hearts so torn and weak, across wide rivers and lonely stations where no tender words can speak. Oh, darling, you were fading long before you chose to leave. Now you're lost on steel rails to the love you couldn't keep. The city lights felt empty, no match for your porch glow, and every crowd around me made me miss the quiet I used to know. If I could turn this train around, I'd fall right at your feet, but I'm bound by steel rails from the love I couldn't keep. I still walk to the station just to hear the whistle cry, pretending you're just late returning and not a memory passing by. But the nights are growing colder and the ache runs far too deep, 'cause you're gone on steel rails from the love you couldn't keep. Steel rails keep rolling, carrying hearts so torn and weak, across wide rivers and lonely stations where no tender words can speak. Oh, darling, you were fading long before you chose to leave. Now you're lost on steel rails to the love you couldn't keep. Maybe someday that whistle will guide you home again, back to the dusty roads we walked before dreams turned into pain. But until that train comes homeward, my love is yours to keep, though you're gone on steel rails to the love you couldn't keep. Steel rails keep rolling, but I'm learning how to breathe, though the hardest truth I'm holding is the one that sets you free. If the Lord is kind and time is healing, maybe someday you'll believe you left on steel rails from the love you couldn't keep. Drove past the corner of 5th and Main, where we kissed once soft in a summer rain. Now the sidewalks shine with the evening glow, but they've grown colder since you let me go.
I walk walked past the station where you'd wave goodbye. Your hat pulled low, dust clouds in the sky.
I thought you'd chase me down that open road, but fear spoke louder than the love we showed. This old town keeps holding what we couldn't save, and every street remembers the love we gave.
It was love lost on the streets of Amarillo, where the winds blow warm but the nights turn cold and low.
Two hearts breaking where the tumbleweeds roam, two shadows drifting far from home.
We left behind more than we meant to show.
Our love lost on the streets of Amarillo.
The barroom lights still flicker gold, where you dance with me when the nights got cold.
I hear our song on the jukebox line, and it hits my heart every single time.
Your jacket's hanging where I couldn't hide, smells like hope and the tears I cried.
I walk these streets with a trembling hand, wishing I'd stayed when you begged me to stand. We held on tight, but we slipped away, leaving footprints, ghosts in the Texas clay. It was love lost
on the streets of Amarillo, where the sunset paints the town in a fading glow.
We tangled hearts but let pride grow tall, and watched our dreams like dust clouds fall. Oh, how it hurts remembering so, our love lost on the streets of Amarillo. If you came back down that midnight road,
I'd carry the weight of what I own.
but some regrets run wide and deep,
Like Amarillo nights we couldn't keep.
Still it's love lost on the streets of Amarillo, where I search for you in the winds that blow.
If fate allows, maybe someday we'll find
A way to rebuild what we left behind. But till that dawn, I'll always know we left our hearts on the streets of Amarillo. I drove down those dusty back roads where your laughter used to ring, past the fields of early summer and the porch where you would sing. Every mile felt like a memory of the dreams we tried to give, on the back roads where our love once found a place to live.
I walked past the rusted mailbox where you carved our initials deep, and the oak tree by the river where I promised you my key. but promises grew fragile in the lives we couldn't give. On the back roads where our love once had a chance to live.
Back roads where our love once lived, where hearts gave all they had to give. We held on tight, yet time ran swift, and fate can take more than it gives. Still my heart wanders every twist and bend of those back roads where our love once lived. I left for distant cities, thinking glory paved the way, but the neon never warmed me like your smile on summer days. Now I'm haunted by the echoes of a life we couldn't build, on the back roads where our love still lingers soft and still.
I stayed with all the memories in this quiet, sleepy town, held on to every whisper when your footsteps weren't around.
And though I tried to move on, my heart stayed unforgiven for the back roads where our love once learned what it meant to live. Back roads where our love once lived, where hearts gave all they had to give. We held on tight, yet time ran swift, and fate can take more than it gives. Still my heart wanders every twist and bend of those back roads where our love once lived. Maybe someday we'll return to that place we left behind, where the dirt road meets the meadow and our souls could intertwine. If forgiveness finds the courage and two hearts choose to forgive, we might start again together where our love once lived. Back roads where our love once lived still call us home through the drifting mist. Though years slip by like a fleeting kiss, there's a part of us the past can't dismiss. Maybe love still waits around the bend on the back roads where our love once lived. These city lights are blinding, but they never warm my skin. I walk through crowded streets, yet feel the loneliness within. Every echo of a siren sounds like memories out of place, and I find myself still longing in the city's cold embrace. I left our little hometown for the dreams I thought were mine, chasing stages, chasing shadows, chasing days I can't rewind. But every nightfall in this city brings a chill I can't erase, 'cause I'm longing, darling, for your touch in this cold embrace. Longing for you in the city's cold embrace, where the lights shine bright, but the warmth is out of place. Two hearts apart in a world we tried to chase, still hearing echoes of a love we can't replace. No matter where these city streets may trace, I'm longing for you in the city's cold embrace. Your old flannel on my shoulders keeps me company at night. Feels like your arms around me when the world don't treat me right. But it's getting harder, darling, facing days without your face, as I wander through the shadows of this cold embrace. I played a worn-out melody in a backstreet midnight bar, but your voice came soft between the chords of my guitars. And suddenly the neon seemed to lose its charm and grace, 'cause love don't live easy in a city's cold embrace. Longing for you in the city's cold embrace, where the lights shine bright but the warmth is out of place. Two hearts apart in a world we tried to chase, still hearing echoes of a love we can't replace. No matter where these city streets may trace, I'm longing for you in the city's cold embrace. If you walked through my door, the cold would fade away. If you called out my name, I'd run home without delay. 'Cause love is stronger than the dreams we failed to face, and warmer than the city's cold embrace. Longing for you in the city's cold embrace, but now I feel the thaw begin to chase. If our hearts still beat for the same sweet place, let's leave behind this lonely maze. Hand in hand, let's rise and retrace all the longing left in the city's cold embrace.
Woke to quiet on that summer morn. The porch was still, the sky was torn. Your suitcase missing from the old wood chair told me your heart wasn't staying here.
I trace the dust along that gravel road, left footprints fading where the sunrise glowed.
I didn't turn back though my soul was weak, 'cause loving you hurt more than leaving this creek. We loved too strong, we broke too fast, but Some goodbyes are built to last. On the day your footsteps left this town, all the colors turned to shades of brown. The church bell rang, but the song fell wrong. The wind stopped humming our old love song. My world fell quiet without a sound. On the day your footsteps left this town.
Your ribbons hanging on the maple tree, faded now like the promise you left with me. I still hear you calling in the evening rain, but shadows ain't voices, they won't ease the pain.
I kept your letter in a drawer of pine, every word trembling just like mine. I thought I'd find peace down the county line, but nothing's as heavy as a love resigned.
We held on tight, but we slipped apart. Two wounded souls with a shattered heart.
On the day your footsteps left this town, even the river quit running down. The fields turned gray, the lights went low, the porch lamp flickered like it used to glow. And nothing's been right since you've been gone. On the day your footsteps left this town. If you came back through that dusty lane,
would you forgive the hurt, the strain?
or would we break like we did before?
Two echoes crying behind a closed door.
On the day your footsteps left this town, the jukebox died in the old rundown. The sky turned pale, the nights grew long, and even hope forgot its song. But my heart still waits for the softest sound of your footsteps returning to this town. The sun dips low behind the old barn wall, painting gold the memories of when you first called. Your voice was soft like the evening wind, a promise whispered where our dreams begin. I walked that dusty road just to be near you, boots worn thin, but my heart beat true. Every sunset glow felt warmer with your hand. Two young hearts learning how to love and stand.
In the sunset echoes of the love we built together, through storms and trials and uncertain weather. Every mile we walked made
like a melody I carry through every passing year.
Waving when the world tried to pull me away, your love lit the porch at the end of each day.
And every time my weary boots stepped inside, your gentle smile revived the man I tried to hide.
In the sunset echoes of the love we built together, shining through the hard times, soft as a feather. No distance or doubt ever dared to sever those sunset echoes of the love we built together.
Now the skies turn fire, then faded into blue, but every shade reminds me I belong with you.
Hand in hand, watching the daylight dim, hearing echoes of the life we carved limb by limb. In the sunset, echoes of the love we built together, where hearts stay warm in the cool night's tether. As the world grows quiet, we whisper forever in the sunset echoes of the love we built together.
Down where the willow leans low to the stream, that's where I found you in a summer day dream. Bare feet in the water, sunlight in your hair, the kind of peace I'd searched for everywhere. You smiled at me like the world stood still, and the river sang soft beneath the old mill.
You walked toward me with your shy, sweet grin, like you weren't sure if love could begin. But the breeze told stories, the river knew too, that quiet place was meant for me and you.
And when your hand touched mine that day, the river carried all our fears away. The quiet life, oh, river sings softly, where hearts don't rush and dreams grow slowly, where the world feels small in the sweetest way, and love drifts gentle like the month of May. No city lights could ever call me from the quiet life where rivers sing softly.
Years rolled on like the water below, but our love stayed steady in its easy flow. We built a home where the cattails sway, raised our kids by the songs of yesterday.
Every dawn I still thank the Lord above for the river that led me to your love.
Now every evening when the sun dips low,
we sit together where the currents slow, your arm around me, the world at rest. Simple living truly feels the best.
and even when our hair turns this river's hum won't fade away.
The quiet life where rivers sing softly, where hearts stay young and memories hold tightly, where every trouble fades with the tide and love flows gentle side by side. I wouldn't trade a single heartbeat from the quiet life where rivers sing softly. So let the river keep humming its tune from morning light to the rise of the moon. For our love was born where peace runs free, in the quiet life by the river's melody. Down the old dirt path where the daisies used to grow, I see little footprints from a time so long ago.
Back when love was simple, just your hand in mine, and every step we took felt carved in summertime.
I remember running barefoot in the ember light, chasing dreams with you through the gentle fading night.
Those tiny tracks we made in the dust and clay still whisper soft reminders of our yesterday.
Little footprints leading back to yesterday, where our hearts were young and forever seemed that way. Though the years rolled on and life got in the way, we still follow little footprints back to yesterday. Raised our babies steady with old country rules. Their giggles fill the yard like a sweet refrain, echoing softly like the patter of summer rain.
Now the kids are grown and the porch feels wide,
but I still feel their footsteps by your side.
I hear those echoes call us back their way.
Little footprints leading back to yesterday, through the winding memories where our hearts still stray. Though the world moves on and colors start to fade, we walk those little footprints back to yesterday. The past ain't gone, it's just sleeping in the dust, waiting for two lovers to return with trust. Hand in hand, step by step, through the golden haze, we find ourselves again in those tender yesterdays. Little footprints leading back to yesterday,
where our love was planted and forever chose to stay.
Now with every sunset, darling, come what may, we follow little footprints back to yesterday.
I'm riding on this dusty porch outside a town I barely know. The factory lights burn late tonight, and the nights get colder as I go. But every word I
Send you is a piece of home I try to save, folded soft in paper creases, riding winds across the plains.
Your letters reach me every week, with edges worn from miles and rain. I hold them close against my chest, just to feel you near again.
I read them 'neath the lantern light, where once we danced in harvest gold.
Your gentle words remind my heart some loves never lose their hold. Letters carried by the wind from a faraway town.
Your voice in ink that brings my heart back round.
Though distance tries to wear our love down, every word lifts me when the night grows loud.
Through storms and miles that keep us bound,
Your letters ride the wind from that
faraway town.
I walk the streets when shifts are done, past neon signs and worn out bars, but none of them can pull me in. My thoughts are where the fireflies are.
Picture you in summer bloom, your dress in shades of morning light.
Oh darling, if you heard my heart, you'd know I'm coming home one night.
I place your letters in a box, the one you carved our names into. The scent of pine and memories still lingers like a dream of you.
I read them when the wind is soft and feel it brush against my face, as if it carried bits of you from that faraway lonely place. Letters carried by the wind from a faraway town.
They hold me up when the world feels upside down.
I hear your heart in every line, calling me through space and time. Though you chase dreams you haven't found, your letters ride the wind from that faraway town. Someday the wind will change its course and bring you
Letters carried by the wind from a faraway town, but soon
The breeze will bring you back around.
no ink or paper, just your arms and mine, returning home by God's design.
Till then my heart won't make a sound.
But wait for winds that bring you from that
Faraway town.
on this old front porch where the evening settles slow. I rock in Mama's chair watching soft stars glow. The boards may creak, but the memories stay strong of the life we built together, where our hearts belong.
I hear your gentle voice in every summer breeze, calling me back home from the far-off fields and seas.
This chair's been waiting for me, just like you through the years, holding all our laughter, our worries and our tears.
These rocking chair stories for the ones I hold dear, tales of love and struggle whispered soft and clear through the quiet of the night or the dawn drawing near.
We keep our hearts together right here, my dear. I've rocked through storms and nights I felt alone, till your footsteps sounded on that gravel stone.
You'd sit beside me, boots dusty from the road, telling how you carried love even with a heavy load.
Now years have passed and the world has changed its song, but this porch feels steady where our souls belong.
I hold your hand gently, just like that first spring, when this chair rocked softly as we planned everything.
These rocking chair stories for the ones I hold dear, every hope and heartbreak laid open right here, from the cradle of our youth to the gray in our hair. Our love keeps on swaying in this old rocking chair. Someday our children's children will sit where we are now,
Hearing tales of country life and the love we vow.
and this chair will whisper all the things we knew,
That the strongest homes are built by hearts true and true.
these rocking chair stories for the ones I hold dear, a lifetime of devotion carved year by year. As the fireflies glow and the night draws us near, I'll keep telling our stories for the ones I hold dear.
I found you standing by the dusty roadside, a suitcase full of silence and a name you wouldn't hide. Your boots were worn from wandering through the dark. You said you're just a stranger on the road to a broken heart.
You look like dawn breaking on a lonely Texas mile. Your voice was soft as sorrow, but your eyes could almost smile. I told you I'd been traveling, falling worlds apart. Yeah, just another drifter on the road to a broken heart.
We were strangers, riding side by side, two lost souls with too much hurt to hide. Under moonlit skies we tried to make a start, walking hand in hand on the road to a broken heart. You shared a tale of love that slipped beyond your hold, a wildfire that faded into ashes in the cold. I whispered mine was stolen, ripped clean apart, left me wandering barefoot on the road to a broken heart.
Somehow in the stillness, your laughter found my chest like a battered, weary traveler finally getting rest. I told you you were something, a tender work of art, easing every mile out on the road to my broken heart.
We were strangers, riding side by side, two lost souls with too much hurt to hide. Under moonlit skies we tried to make a start, walking hand in hand on the road to a broken heart. Cowgirl, maybe love ain't gone, just lost along the way.
Maybe hearts grow strong when they've known disarray.
Maybe what we found ain't just fate playing its part.
Maybe two strangers can mend one broken heart.
We were strangers, but now I know your name. Two wounded hearts that breathe the same. Under fading starlight, baby, here's our brand new start.
No longer strangers,
On the road to a broken heart.